Today, from Sacramento, California, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jameis Winston and the Sacramento Miners taking on Deshaun Watson and the Dublin Shamrocks.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of them. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Jones. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 2nd and 9, Watson.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10, Watson completing it here to Marvin Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Watson. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again to Henry. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Play fake. Winston. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Meanwhile, Winston's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston, and it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the Traders take a look, we'll step aside. They'll throw again. Winston. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Here's Henry, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Miners are able to extend their lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now Jones. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Watson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. This complete to Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st down, Watson. A slant to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the 1st down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And, oh, boy, we got an injury timeout, and that's the man you do not want to see down on the ground. Deshaun Watson, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Kyle Van Noy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick here is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run with Henry. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And now Sean McDermott going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, wins. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Akeem Hicks just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. This is the tight end Fant. Third and long for Winston. Going right back to Fant. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Dublin's offense now set to take over. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
First down now, but that clock rolling. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On play action, Winston. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now heading back out there, here's the defense. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the pressure they've been able to create.
And I know that the good teams adjust from series to series. They make their adjustments on the sideline before they go back out. In this case, I think they might need a little bit more time. They want to get to the half and start figuring out how do they change protections, how do they get the ball in the hands of the passer a lot quicker, make sure he doesn't get hit as often, all those different things. Maybe even run the ball a little bit more, anything to try and tamp down the pressure.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Brooks looking to throw on 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we know how difficult it is to slow down Derrick Henry. That time they went to the face mask, and that's a pretty easy call.
They're just trying to figure out any way possible to get him down, but you just have to wonder if that might make him just a little bit madder. He already runs angry, and that's when he's in a good mood.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Winston, he's got his big tight end, Fant. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Winston now to throw on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. To the air again with Winston. That's taken in by Higgins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. Henry again on second down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, Winston. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, here's Henry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Winston. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On third down, Winston. Open man is Higgins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll run with Barkley. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Henry. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Henry again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Miners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now Jones. We take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Following the interception, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. To throw again on second down. Winston, middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 50, it's Watson.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for only a couple. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inching for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First down carry for Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A handoff to Barkley. Pushes past him, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Akeem Hicks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A give to Henry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their job.
Offense now set to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game?
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Watson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. A fourth down pass play doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run on first down. Henry. 99 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From the 16, Winston. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Winston now. Fighting through pressure. Oh, he stays up.
Along his sideline, it's his man Henry making the catch.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Miners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Now Jones.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now.
Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Shamrocks are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. They begin with Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the home team here, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.